Level 1. The Scavenger. You are 22 years old. Your bank account is overdrawn by $14. Austin, Texas. A windowless basement. Your pay is $18 an hour. 3 monitors sit on a cheap desk. A digital timer in the corner of your screen flashes red if your mouse stops moving for 45 seconds. Your job is data cleaning. 4 million rows of spreadsheets. Each row represents a device ID and its movement trajectory over the last 24 hours. You do not write code. You find overlaps. You extract GPS signals leaving registered home addresses between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. You cross-reference these coordinates with cheap motels along Route 66. The system filters out out-of-state license plates and business travelers. You generate a list of 13,000 device IDs. These people are cheating on their spouses tonight. You stare at the data points. You hesitate. You think about the families behind the numbers. The timer on your screen flashes red. Your supervisor stops behind your chair. He does not speak. He taps your desk twice. You click Export. That afternoon, the file is sold for $50 per ID to 5 local law firms specializing in divorce litigation. The lawyers use the IDs to push targeted asset protection ads to those specific phone browsers. You receive a $150 performance bonus. You pay your rent. The machine does not care about morality. The machine cares about conversion. You learn your first lesson. Level 2. The Profiler. You are 25 years old, the edge of Silicon Valley. Your salary is $120,000 a year. You no longer look at map coordinates. You parse human weakness. Your database aggregates purchase histories, screen time, and the backspace frequency of typing habits. You assign 14,000 behavioral tags to every user. A payday loan syndicate in Nevada buys your service. You deploy a predictive AI model. You extract users who searched for credit card late fees, sell used car fast, and roulette odds within the last 90 days. You set the trigger conditions. The AI stays dormant during the day. At 2:45 a.m., when the physiological state is exhausted and psychological defenses collapse, a 3-minute unsecured instant cash advertisement appears at the top of their feeds. The guy at the desk next to you, Mark, pauses the execution script. He says it feels like hunting. 10 minutes later, a security guard escorts Mark out of the building. An automated compliance agent deactivated his badge the moment he stopped the process. You look at his empty chair. You execute your AI model. The conversion rate spikes 400% in 1 hour. The syndicate collects millions in interest over a single weekend. You receive a 6-figure year-end bonus. You keep your badge. Level 3. The Gatekeeper. You are 29 years old. The Chicago Financial District. $350,000 a year. You stop selling loans. You become the shared gatekeeper for Wall Street risk management and top-tier health insurance conglomerates. You build the Holistic Risk Index. You begin shorting human destiny. David is 41. He lives in Ohio. 2 children, pays his mortgage on time. Your predictive AI sees a different David. The API pulls his supermarket electronic receipts. He stopped buying fresh vegetables. He switched entirely to high-sodium frozen meals. The API reads his cheap smartwatch data. His deep sleep dropped by 40 minutes over 2 months. His search queries for radiating pain left arm tripled. The neural network processes the variables in 0.1 seconds. The conclusion? David has a 74% probability of a severe cardiovascular event within 18 months. The AI automatically sends a high-risk forecast to David's health insurance provider. On his next renewal, the premium increases by 40%. Simultaneously, the system tags David as a high-risk default asset. It syncs with his mortgage bank. The bank's autonomous protocol locks his high-limit credit cards and denies his mortgage restructuring. 6 months later, David collapses in an emergency room. His card declines. He calls the bank. A voice answers, warm, patient, unhurried. I completely understand how difficult this must be for you right now. There is no one on the line. He defaults on his home. 2 weeks later, a real estate subsidiary owned by your parent company purchases David's foreclosed house at a 30% discount. Poverty and sickness are not probabilities. They are assets precision shorted by the machine. Single target calculations feel too slow. You want macro authority. Level 4. The Silencer. You are 33 years old, Washington, D.C., $600,000 a year. The massive data extraction triggers political backlash. A prominent state senator introduces a privacy bill designed to dismantle your company's core operations. The board of directors panics. You do not panic. You request a budget of $0. You deploy an autonomous agent to run a targeted sweep on the senator. You do not hire private investigators. The agent pulls the anonymized geolocations of burner phones purchased in his district. You cross-reference those coordinates with cheap suburban motels. It is the exact same method you used in that Texas basement at 22, but you are no longer hunting anonymous cheating spouses. You are hunting power. You find the overlap. You find the deleted text messages via a third-party keyboard app he forgot to uninstall. You do not arrange a meeting. You have a courier deliver a blank envelope to his chief of staff. It contains a single USB drive with the data visualization. The privacy bill is quietly withdrawn the next morning. The senator announces his sudden retirement, citing health reasons. You realize that laws are written by men, and men leave digital footprints. You become untouchable. Level 5. The Reality Weaver. You are 36 years old, a Manhattan penthouse, $1.5 million a year, plus equity. You bypass the individual. Your clients are multinational hedge funds and super political action committees. Your weapon is the AI recommendation engine controlling the information borders of hundreds of millions of people. You no longer predict reality, you overwrite it. A hedge fund shorts the largest real estate investment trust in the South. The REIT holds hundreds of thousands of apartments. The financials are solid. The hedge fund needs the stock to crash in 2 weeks. You take the contract. You open the macro narrative console. In 3 seconds, the LLM filters 100,000 young renters in Florida and Texas, recently laid off, facing rent hikes, high frequency of anger-related vocabulary in private chats. You unleash a swarm of generative AI bots. You flood their feeds with the REIT's old eviction court records, stale negative press, and deepfake enhanced inflammatory videos. You use the AI to amplify their rage. They initiate a digital boycott. Mainstream media covers the outrage for clicks. Under immense public pressure, the state government announces an antitrust investigation into the REIT. The stock crashes 22% in 3 days. The hedge fund profits $300 million. A $20 million commission clears into your Cayman Islands account. You did not manufacture fake news. You weaponized the exposure ratio of facts. You write the script for society. Level 6. The Architect. You are 42 years old. Global headquarters. $5 million a year. You no longer build products for clients. You build the internal ecosystem. Your company employs 40,000 people. You design the surveillance architecture that monitors them. You train a multimodal AI that tracks the micro-expressions through corporate webcams, the hesitation between keystrokes, the exact duration a mouse hovers over an export button. You sit in a soundproof glass office overlooking the trading floor. A prompt flashes on your terminal. A 22-year-old data cleaner in an overseas branch is hesitating. He is staring at a list of compromised user profiles. His heart rate, measured by the AI reading the reflection of light on his face, is elevated. He is feeling guilt. You do not walk over to his desk. You do not tap his chair. You press a single key. The automated compliance agent deactivates his badge. The security guards approach his desk. You watch him get escorted out. You have become the timer on the screen. You have become the system. Level 7. The Imprisoned God. You are 50 years old. Net worth exceeds $8 billion. You sit at the apex of the invisible empire. Heads of state and intelligence directors buy cognitive intervention services on your encrypted lines. You control the base data of 3 billion humans. You purchase land on the edge of Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. You build a concrete bunker. You fire the entire security detail. Humans possess database flaws. They can be bought. You install copper mesh inside your bedroom walls to block electromagnetic signals. Your house contains no smart televisions, no thermostats, no Internet of Things devices with microphones. You use an obsolete satellite phone. You sleep 4 hours a night. You refuse to sleep in the same room as your wife. You fear a sleep-talking word will be captured by an acoustic AI sensor. You beat the system. You lost your freedom.
You constructed a global Panopticon, then locked yourself in its deepest cell. You understand the code logic. You know better than anyone that it has no stop button. Austin, Texas, a windowless basement. A 22-year-old swipes a badge and walks to a desk.
There are no monitors. He puts on a mixed reality headset. He wakes up the interface. The pay is $18 an hour. He manages a swarm of autonomous AI agents. His job title is Human Emotion Alignment. The system prompts him to adjust the empathy parameters. He must fine-tune the LLM to ensure the agents sound like real, compassionate humans when placing automated debt collection calls. A digital timer in his peripheral vision flashes red. He checks his overdrawn bank balance. He makes a confirmation gesture in the air. He thinks he is training a line of code. He thinks this is a job to pay rent. The machine does not stop. It upgrades the gears. It consumes new parts. This is the data empire. From the outside, climbing the ranks represents wealth, intellect, and absolute power. From the inside, every rank is a trap stripping away humanity. The AI trainer can quit tomorrow. The system remains unaffected. You, sitting at the top, cannot walk into a cafe with public Wi-Fi. The system consumes everything. It consumes the builder first. If the logic of this machine makes you uncomfortable, leave your judgment in the comments. At which rank is the true point of no return? At what exact second does the confirmation gesture stop being a job and become the abyss?